It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they've gotten the job done in every way possible this season. They're sitting pretty with the best record in the league, East or West.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Earlier this season, it was Chicago coming away with the loss in this matchup against the Orlando Magic. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of a hole down 2-0 in this season series.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
A look at the Magic starting group. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Payne out there with Houdini, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Here's Houdini, and it's Payne in the corner. Rebound by Butler. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against Milwaukee.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have. How about that screen by Noah?
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Yes, he's looking at how they can establish an edge in this one. He's looking for them to lock things down on the interior first and foremost. He said our shot blocking is something that can really help us if we just play smart and avoid fouls. We want them shooting over length, and that's one thing my guys do bring to the table. A sound strategy, Kevin.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Now here's Wright, currently averaging almost 6 points a game, and finished off by Mirotic.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
That's his first personal.
So it's Orlando now. It's a 5-point game. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
Shots good by Butler.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Pick by Vucevic. Pass to Payne. And Harris wide open. He shoots. They get it again. There's the bucket. Good.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Now here's Wright. 9 points last game. Mirotic sets the screen for Noah. Tucker the pass to Noah. 5 on the clock. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Well, some of the big men in the league didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. Nikola Mirotic, 4th.
You know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And right, here we go. He dishes it to Tucker. Pass to Butler. 15 feet away. Misses off the right iron.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Now here is Harris. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Houdini. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Wright. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. It's Butler that time on the assist from Tucker. That's 7 points for Jimmy Butler.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Houdini. He picked up 36 points in their last one against the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
The Magic trail by 4. Harris outside. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. That's good. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Over these last 10 games on the Magic schedule, this is how they stack up right here. First in shooting percentage, first in three-point field goal percentage, and they're also number 1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Here's Snell after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Shot's good from Houdini.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Wright kicks to Butler. Wright sets a screen. Feeds it to Snell. They set the screen. And now Orlando on the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Kazanya's shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Butler can't get that one to fall. Here's Orlando now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Houdini. And that misses. That would have put him up. The dish to Wright. Now the feed to Snell. Mahinmi passes to Portis. Bulls moving the ball around. 1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Out to Harris. Drains the three-pointer. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Houdini. Dishes it to Vucevic.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw drops for Vucevic. Smith checked in for Harris. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Here's Wright. Looking for his first basket still in this one. To the paint. Here's Portis. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
52 seconds left in the first quarter. Smith right side. Pass to Houdini. to Smith. Shot clock at 2. Here's Azania, and the rejection by Mahimi. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Chris Kamen's checked in for the Bulls. And the Magic. The Bulls leading by 3. On the court for Orlando, Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Houdini is out there with Payne, and it's Smith in at the center. Now, here's Tucker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit up the floor. He finished with 36 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls. The Magic in second.
Both of these teams have established tempo as an identity. I mean, they're playing fast and scoring in bunches.
The Bulls making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Both free throws good from Houdini.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And taking a look here at some stats for Houdini. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging 36, 11 assists, and almost 3.5 steals. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Noah the screen. And right, here we go. Noah in the post. Defended by Gordon. 3-pointers. Snell. And that one's good. Snell's got his second bucket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Houdini out to the wing. Payne gets a wide open look. Drains the 3-pointer.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Wright kicks it to Tucker. And there's the pass to Mahimi. Here's Snell. And it's blocked by Gordon. Harris outside. Houdini. It's all in by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Now here's Wright. He's tightly guarded. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Noah. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Shoots. And it's Wright missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Houdini. Screen by Smith. Here's Houdini. And that one is stuck right through.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
The Bulls leading by 4. And Wright kicks it to Tucker. Back to Wright. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Wright's got 6 here in this quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. First in shooting percentage. First in 3-point shooting. And they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Now, here's Tucker. 8 points his last outing. He kicks to Snell. Another steal. Here's Houdini. Harris outside. The three. And yes, sir, that one drops. Harris has got 6. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And right, here we go. It's tipped. It's taken away by Smith. Here we go, one-on-one. That's good from Payne on the assist by Smith. Payne's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Now, here's Mahinmi. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Wright with it. Now Smith defending from the baseline. And it's Wright missing. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. The shot's good from Mahinmi.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Bulls trail by 4. And Wright kicks to Snell. Back to Wright. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Wright's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Houdini. Orlando moving the ball around. Gordon with a screen on Noah. Clock at 6. Houdini out to Harris. The shot. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Bulls have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Noah with a screen for Wright. Down low. Mahinmi kicks it to Noah. Snell dishes to Wright. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Wright's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Here's Houdini. He's got 13. They double him with Noah. Houdini passes to Gordon.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Orlando out in front. They lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm. Because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Noah is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Wright in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Here's Mirotic. It's hauled in by Gordon.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Houdini. Gordon with a screen on Wright. Here's Houdini. Back to Vucevic. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Vucevic has got 10 points.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Here's Mirotic. Payne grabs the board.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Bulls trail by 6. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And right, here we go. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, no good by Chicago.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Here's Houdini. Out to Harris. Stolen by Tucker. He feeds it to Mirotic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Mirotic playing extremely well. He's got 11 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Magic leading by 5. Houdini. It's rebounded by Noah. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Right outside. And the Bulls with another miss.
You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
Down low, here's Gordon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Gordon's got 6.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told his guys, be patient at the offensive end. Whatever we do, we cannot waste possessions with bad shot selection. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Butler. Connects on the 17-footer. Butler's got 9.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. Number 1, the man.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
The Magic leading by 5. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Houdini. 15 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Shot by Gordon, wide open. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Outside Butler. He dishes it to Snell. Mahinmi kicks to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. From deep. Offensive rebound. And Mahinmi with the stop.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Houdini passes to Vucevic. Payne dishes to Harris. Releases. And the jumper falls for him. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And Butler, here we go, goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
That doesn't go either for Butler. Magic leading by 3. Here's Houdini. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Butler from outside. Butler can't get that one to fall.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Houdini. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
What a game we've seen here for Houdini. 15 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Chris Kaman's checked in for the Bulls. Portis comes in for Joakim Noah. Orlando also making some changes. Hezonja, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Oladipo in for Payne. There's the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Houdini. Pass to Gordon. Feeds it to Vucevic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Vucevic has got 12 points in the game. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the foul on Chris Kaman. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think...
Bulls trail by 4. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Harris at the 4. Vucevic in the middle. Victor Oladipo is out there with Houdini, and it's Hezonja in at the 3. Butler attacking, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
To the inside, Vucevic. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened. How about that one, able to maintain control and finish the play?
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. P.J. Tucker comes in for Portis, and it's Wright in for Tony Snell. And he gets it to go. And that's 18 points for Vucevic.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Mirotic, the screen. Wright outside. And Tucker kicks to Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one on Harris.
Amazing.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Orlando leading by 3. And stolen by Wright. Left side, Butler. Fades and shoots. Butler can't get that one to fall.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here's Houdini. 6 to shoot.
Oh,
Butler with the
yes.
steal. He's all alone. Goes up and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
Really an extraordinary game for Butler. 16 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Houdini passes to Vucevic. The dish to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Butler, and he hits it to tie the game up. Butler's got 12 points in just the second half.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Gordon checked in for Orlando. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Houdini. Gordon with a screen on right. To the middle, off the pick. And it's Gordon missing.
Excellent, really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Noah the screen, right with it. Picked up by Harris. Right outside. The feed to Tucker to take the lead. And good, he nails it.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's Houdini. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Both good from the line that time. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Chicago timeout call.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Butler, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Wright. Count the bucket. And that's 10 points for Tobias Harris. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Noah with a screen for Wright. Noah up on top. Here's Mirotic, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Left side, Harris. There's the triple. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Butler. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Butler's got 11 points in the quarter.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Vucevic is screen on right. Here's Houdini, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this, though.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Right with the double team. And it's Bain in the corner. Stolen by Tucker. Butler on the wing. To the paint and stolen by Payne. Here's Harris. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
That's his second personal foul.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Wright. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. They're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Wright dishes to Mirotic. And Tucker kicks to Butler. To the middle. Here's Mirotic. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Houdini. Mirotic brings the double team. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Chicago with the ball. Butler passes to Wright. This is Mirotic. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Houdini. Picked by Vucevic. Off the pick. Money!
As much a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Mirotic has a wide open look.
Wow.
And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Inside, here's Vucevic. Nails it.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment. .29 seconds left in the fourth.
Mirotic against Gordon. And Mirotic kicks it to Noah. Buries it.
When Joakim Noah is allowed to heat up, this is what you get.
And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And Chicago has possession. Right, left side. Here's Mirotic. It's off. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the
2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. And in what seems like the same old for him, he scored yet another double-double. Talk about Mr. Dependable. This guy had it going.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith.
É isso aí, pessoal. Foi nessa. Valeu demais.